colleagues' views, and without objection, they'll be put into the record. The next three who are here would be Senator Tillis, Senator Smith, and Senator Welsh. Senator Tillis.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Faulkender, thank you for being here, and congratulations to Lauren and Catherine for being here. Your dad's going to get confirmed. And I look forward to supporting your confirmation that should not poison the well. I need answers to questions still. One, for example, is, are you familiar with the foreign derived intangible income provisions of TCJA?
I am.
How important are they to you?
They're an important tool to make sure that U.S. operators have an incentive to engage in economic activity here instead of having that activity occur abroad.
Can you briefly describe, if you have the information at your fingertips, how activity changed after passage of TCJA and what could possibly happen if we didn't extend it?
Sure. So prior to the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, if a company engaged in activity here, they faced a contemporaneous corporate tax rate of 35%. If they instead engaged in some of that activity abroad and had that activity recognized in a low tax jurisdiction, it could be minimal, single digits, if not closer to zero. And so what that does is it encourages that activity to occur abroad rather than domestically. What the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act did is it simultaneously brought down the rate for taxing corporate activity here from 35 to 21, and it raised the tax rate that would be paid on having that activity occur abroad. What you do is you reduce the wedge that is the differential when it comes to where that activity is located, thereby increasing the benefit of that activity occurring here. Some of the outcomes are that we have not seen tax inversions take place. So a tax inversion is when a U.S. company gets acquired by a foreign company, largely for the purpose of having its activities taxed abroad rather than domestically. We saw those come to an end. We saw a significant, more than $1 trillion repatriated back to the United States following the enactment of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act.
Thank you for that. Under President Trump's first administration, I think FSOC budget called for a 14-person staff. Secretary Yellen requested a budget for 44 staffers, 300% increase, but 44 staffers, 3 times. I don't know if you've looked at that yet, but that seems like a big jump. Can I just get you to commit to looking into that before you assume that you need 3 times more people than apparently the first Trump administration thought we needed in that role?
Senator, I commit to you that we're going to find ways to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars and make sure that any activity we engage in is done efficiently.
With respect to DOGE, give me an idea of, we've got different types. This is really maybe not even be in your lane, but I'm kind of interested in your, based on your past experience. DOGE is going to produce some one-time and maybe some ongoing benefits. The one-time benefits are just decisions that can be made by the administration. Can you, do you have any insight into some of the projects to date that are going to require statutory authority to really have staying power and fully derive some of the efficiencies the administration is trying to achieve?
I mean, Senator, what Treasury I think is mostly focused on right now is providing additional tools to all departments and agencies to better understand where their money is going by enacting process changes for payment files. Each of these departments and agencies, many of whom are failing audits right now, will better understand how their dollars are being used, and it's that better management of by having better information, they can better manage those resources, and will have more informed appropriations requests when they come back to Congress because they'll have been able to better identify how money's being used.
Well, thank you very much. We've got a lot of people running around. It's not for a lack of interest in this role. I, for one, think it's critically important. I look forward to supporting your confirmation on the floor. And again, congratulations to you and your family for the honor of being nominated. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Senator Smith.
Thank you, Chair Crapo.